Hi, welcome to another episode of This Week with Drew. On the show today, we got shout out to the whole motherfucking hood for coming down, hooking it up. I don't like airplanes, and the fucking Oilers, man. I feel bad for Connor McDavid. So, hey, let's start the show. Let's start This Week with Drew. I'm gonna sing for you, and I got my little notes. It's the video audio podcast. Hello, welcome down to another episode of This Week with Drew. This is for April 4th, 2019. How you doing? What's going on? You Drake. Right off the top, I want to give a shout out to my Patreons. We used to got 2, now we got 4. Shout out to John, shout out to Greg, shout out to Joel, and to Isaac, man. Thank you, man. We're making $42 a month off Patreon now, buddy. That's like, that's pretty good, man. That's mainly Isaac hooking me up with a $30 donation there. So, yo, what up? For the first Patreon video that I'm gonna do a cover of a Nothing Yet song just for you, buddy. Could be Abbotsfield Road. It could be Hail to the Thief, man. You never know. It's gonna be sick. So shout out to my Patreons. Shout out to Janie, my sister. I was staying at her house all week in Edmonton last week, and her best friend Alicia. Shout out to the whole Street Demon crew, Marnus and Bubba, Tunde, and all them motherfuckers for coming out to Edmonton last week, March 29th. We sold out this theater show, man. We did it. We sold out the Grindstone Theater. There's 84 capacity, and then we sold an extra like 15 or whatever on top of that, so we just rammed that bitch. And the whole hood came out. The hood was like half late, but that was to be expected, man. So thank you. If you were there at the show, thank you so much. PG, happy birthday. Calm for filling the whole front row, bro. You know I love you, man. Yo. And Calm hooking up those fresh hits, bro. You see that? Look at that purple kush. I don't know how you knew. Maybe I've talked about it before. Is that coming up on camera? Let me put in the zoom zone there. Oh, yeah, buddy. I'm talking, oh, that's out of the lights. But that is some mad purple kush right now. I've been danking on this, man. I don't know how you knew. Maybe we talked about it before, but I love the kush. I love purple kush. I love indica. Sativas get me way too widery. So yeah, man, thanks, Calm, for filling that whole shit out. PG, Lance, all the motherfucking hood, all those old hood bros. Yeah, it was a lot of fun, dude. That was my week. I hope you had a good week. I flew every day last week. I flew Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Or no, I didn't fly Wednesday. I flew every day except for fucking Monday and Wednesday last week. And I gotta tell you, getting a little bit fed up with airports. I don't like deplaning, man. That's the hardest part for me. Like, because, man, everybody's got, like, you go to the airport, like, you go through security or whatever, and then you're like, okay, now I got to go find my gate. Like, that's priority number 1, man, is, like, getting there, finding your gate, and then you go and you find your gate, and you're like, okay, there's my gate. Like, now I can go fuck around somewhere else now. You got to go, like, you got to take the time to, like, go run, find your gate, and then just be like, I'm safe now. Like, I know where 54 is. Like, now I can venture out. Like, this is my home base. Like, humans always need a home base, man. Like, you can't be, like, unmoored. I fucking hate that word. It's for, like, 21-year-old girls who think they're poets to write, like, she was unmoored, floating in a sea of lemon hibiscus tea and strange cock. Unmoored is just a word that fucking chicks use for when they want to get a bunch of dick. She's just unmoored right now. Okay, yeah, okay. Brittany is just catching loads. She's not unmoored. But airplanes suck, man. I just don't like getting off the airplane, man. That's the worst part about it, is getting off the airplane, because nobody knows. Like, people just don't know how to do it properly, man. They'll get and they'll wait in the aisles, and then they'll stand there, and then they take forever to pull their bags out, and then they won't, like, leave at the right time. Like, they try to barge people, and then they stop to talk, and then they stop at weird points in the little thing leaving. And it's like, you know what I've done? I fly so much, I just sit in the very back of the airplane, the very last seat in the aisle, so that I can wait for the whole plane to get off. Because I never check bags, man. Why would you check a bag, bro? How many? Raise your hand if you have an airline lose your bag. Every single person has, man. I've seen just those bag like scooter golf carts just driving by, and buddy, a bag just fell right off the top. They just plunked a whole bunch of bags like on the little carts on the back, and a bag fell right off. I swear to God, buddy, looked at the back, seen that a bag fell off, and just kept giving her like, sorry man, like I don't load the thing, I just drive the thing, like that isn't really my problem. And the bag just laid there on the tarmac for like a half an hour. Like I saw them fill up the plane and just leave, and I didn't say fuck all, man, because that's not my responsibility. I don't work at the airport. What am I going to do? Be like, excuse me, can I get somebody? There's a bag on the tarmac. Is there somebody that we could help? There's a bag. There's someone, knock, 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 knock. There's a bag on the tarmac. If we could get that found to its proper flight and assigned there. And you got to pay. And the worst part is you got to pay these cocksuckers for them to take your bags now. Like, bags used to be free. Like, and now, like, my dad's like, Air Canada lost his bag one time, and then coming back, like he had to like buy all new crap, and then they're like being like, oh yeah, you want to check your bag? That's $45. He's like, well, I paid you $45 to bring my bag here, and you didn't do that, so I would not like to pay for that service. And he tried to be like, yo, like if I'm paying you $45 to bring my bag to where I'm supposed to be, like I want my bag to be there. Why would I pay for a service that you have not provided me, man? And yo, WestJet, fuck WestJet. I'm over WestJet now. You used to be able to change your seats for free, because I don't like that you have to pay to pick where you're gonna sit. But if you check in within 24 hours, you can rechange your seat from their assigned one, and it used to be no cost. Now they're charging $38 to change your seat. So like I'm done with WestJet. Everybody fucks you. Like, there is nobody who is out to help you, man. Rogers, Bell, TELUS, Air Canada, WestJet, fucking Shaw, everybody's out to fuck you, man. Like, there's no way that you can win, man. The system is rigged, bro. And that's the problem with Canada, is that we just have these like one or two little things. Like we've got our 2 airlines, and we got our 3 service providers, and they all just work together, and they probably go on vacation together. Mr. Bell and Mr. Rogers are probably going, why don't we charge $180 for 6 gigabytes of data? Which it doesn't even fucking matter. I don't know how the internet works, but can't you just crack her wide open, man? Like, does it really cost you any more money? For me, using up the internet, it's not like it's a finite resource. Like, I'm using up all the good internet. Or maybe it is. I don't know. But in my head, it's like, just fucking crack her wide open, bud. Like, unlimited data for everybody. It's not like we're going to run out of internet. Is that how it works? I'm sure there's some sort of bandwidth bullshit where people are accessing it or whatever the fuck that I don't know about. But in my stupid brain, just fucking crack her wide open, buddy. Unlimited data for everyone. So fuck airplanes. I don't know how I got started talking about. Oh yeah, because man, the multinational conglomerates that are price fixing, and they don't want the proletariat to be able to save up enough money to be able to pull them up by their bootstraps to get the fuck out of there. Okay, Terry's being a good boy right now, aren't you, Terry? You're not. It's probably because of all the yelling that I'm doing. I feel bad. The fucking Oilers did not make the playoffs. I don't really feel bad. I don't understand why people's like happiness is tied to the outcomes of their favorite sports team. You know what I've also never understood is, why do people refer to their favorite sports teams as we? Like, yeah, we're out of the playoffs. Like, you see all these Oilers fans like, yeah, we're out of the playoffs. Fuck. We were pretty close there at the end, but, hopefully we can get a good defenseman, a couple deep pairings lined up for next year, maybe find some wingers to play with McDavid and Draisaitl. But we got a lot of work to do. Like, you got nothing to do with the fucking Oilers organization, bro. Hockey is just a TV show that you watch and occasionally might see them live. Like hockey, that'd be like if you're like talking about your favorite episode of Friends, and you're like, remember when we were hanging out at Central Perk and Ross and Rachel were in this big fight? I don't like that when people refer to their favorite sports teams as we. We. Because it's like people just need a sense of identity. If you watch that Flat Earth documentary, which I highly recommend watching that Flat Earth documentary, the whole point of the documentary isn't that these people are stupid. It's that they just need a sense of community, man. People just want a sense of community. They want to be around like-minded individuals, no matter what that is. And the highlight for a lot of these flat earthers in that documentary was that they always felt like they weren't respected by their peers, or they never really had any friends. And then they would turn to the internet and they find this, community of people who you buy into one shitty lie where you're like, well, maybe, like, there is a bunch of people, like, I've never seen the earth. Like, it does kind of, like, I guess I haven't seen it, and then you just fall in with these people who also were like, man, I never really had that many friends. And then you fucking get all your friends together. And that's the same thing with the Oilers, man, or sports teams or anything like that. Like, it's like a sense of community and a sense of belonging, man, that humans just strive for. They need that. They need to have some sort of association or affiliation along with, like, a home base, man. You got to have, like, George Carlin talked about it, man. That's all your house is just a place for your stuff, man. And as long as you get more stuff, you got to put your stuff here and put your stuff there, man. People just need a home base and a crew. That's why I chill in the hood with my motherfucking Beverly boys. You know what I'm talking about? Shit. What are we at? It's time for... Oh, can you hear that? Oh! Fuck, I did it backwards at the end there. Big news with Drew. Okay, big news with Drew. There's a couple different news stories. I found a couple different funny ones, so we're going to do a couple stories today. First one is cops looking for man seen shoving 4-foot snake down pants. And I want to let you guys know, I surrender. That was me walking through a Walmart. Oh, big dick. Here's another one. This is funny. Utah mother charged. Hang on, let me just unwind my cable here. I always do this. Like I always wind it up like I'm some kind of fucking professional sound guy. Okay, Utah mother charged for giving children lap dances, drugs, and alcohol at birthday party. Fucking charged with what? Being a sick mom? Weber County woman is facing a slew of different charges related to her alleged actions at a child's birthday party. So she's 40, and her son is turning 14 or something like that. So there's 12 kids, all ranging in age from 14 to 17. During the party, she provided them with alcohol, marijuana. Nivens knew about it, and she even joined in to drink with some of the teens. And then after mom, what's the mom's name again here? Oh, Rihanna Renee Nivens. Rihanna Renee, buddy. And she's 40 with a 16-year-old. She's 40 with a 16-year-old in Utah, too. Anyways, she, at one point, Nivens went upstairs, which according to some of the kids, man, she came downstairs with a risque outfit of red and black lingerie, and then she exposed her breasts, buttocks, and genitals. So she gave him a lap dance. For 10 minutes, she was giving lap dances. And then one of the kids got on Instagram and was like, yo, Jake's mom is like, woo! Just going ham. But every crew has one of those moms, bro. Every crew has one of those moms. For my crew, it was like Christine's mom a little bit and Ashley McGilvery's mom a little bit. Of these moms that just like want to party and like relive their youth, man, and just like give her and stuff. But like, that's another thing I want to talk about. Obviously, this is a super double standard, because if there was a 14 to 17-year-old girls having a birthday party and a dad came down wearing a fucking banana hammock and started rolling up joints and doing sourpuss shots with them, this guy would be fucking locked up for 25 years, man. But since it's a mom, we can make these jokes like, hey, sick, man. Like, what's wrong with that? Like, mom's just hooking up a little bit of that punani. But it's not. Oh, I'm rolling on my fucking shorts right now. But I don't know, man. I just think it's a double standard, dude. Like, she came down. There was a bunch of teenagers down there and started, getting naked. And these boys did not consent to that. I would like to see their Instagram, the Snapchat, though, from that night. Just a little line like, yo, like that starts off. It's just like, yo, like Jake's mom is like partying, and then it's like, yo, she's doing a blunt, and then or doing a blunt. Why the fuck would I say that? She's smoking a blunt, and then it's like, and then a half hour later on Snapchat, it's like, damn, bro, like she's like a bow, chicka bow, wow, wow, my body is my pony. They just start playing pony, eh? Fuck. Okay, and then the last one here. You know what I'm gonna do? Fuck the last one. I'm gonna answer Isaac's question, man. Isaac Tyler sent me a question, bro. For viewer news, Joel Whitford sent me one too. Joel asked me if I prefer pizza or burgers. And I've thought a lot about this, man, and I gotta go with burger, dude. I was initially like pizza, no doubt, 100%. But pizza is like, it's bread, cheese, and then some kind of toppings, right? But burgers, I find like, man, you can like have a multitude of different buns. You can have a multitude of different toppings. You can have a multitude of different stuff. Like burgers, like a nice hearty burger, man. There's vegetables, lots of vegetables on there. I think it's a more well-rounded meal. But don't get me wrong. I do love a nice slice of pie just as much as the next guy. And then Isaac asked me about my album. On my album, a bunch of chicks were like heckling me, and if that happens all the time. And it doesn't happen too often, and I don't feel disrespected because a lot of people don't know what stand-up comedy is or what it's supposed to be. So they have this like antiquated, like, you know, like evening at the improv view of what stand-up's supposed to be. But it doesn't bother me. It didn't bother me, and I put it out as my album. So, you know, there you go. I don't think I answered that question properly, Isaac, though, so I will read that and do it again next week. So that's the show. Thanks a lot for listening or watching to This Week with Drew. You can email us at thisweekwithdrew@gmail.com. Check out our Patreon link. Check me out on motherfucking... Check me out, bro. Do I look good? Check me out, bro. How do I look? Fuck!